Should we get her started?
Just give it a second here. Get the recorder going. All right, you good?
I'd like to call the planning commission meeting to order, and we'll start with the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, I don't think we have any old business that I know of, do we?
Let's get a roll call. Commissioner Hyde? Here. Commissioner Hallgart?
Here.
Commissioner Stearns?
Here.
Commissioner Swalberg?
Yep.
Chair Johnson? Chair Johnson didn't call in, and he's out of town working, and the storm is messing with communications right now. It's going to be on the phone. All righty.
Yeah, to my knowledge, we have no old business. We have some new business. I don't see any citizens to speak. You want to kind of explain what's cooking?
You have a request for a citizen for an annexation into the city limits. It's just, if you go into the Indian Valley and look to the left, the folks built a home. It was a spec home. They sold it. They have a lot next to that. And then just beyond that, if you look out, there's a barn there. That's their barn. The city's, when we were putting water and stuff, brought the water right up to the property line already, water and sewer. So they have water and sewer to it. What they're requesting is 1.11 acres annexed into the city. Their actual lot there, I believe, is about 14 acres. And they're only requesting for the home site and that 1.11 acres.
So this is a public hearing. You got to open it up to the floor if there's anyone that wishes to speak for or against it.
Did anybody on the floor have any thoughts on this, or? I mean, everybody's here.
So you just close it to the public and then you guys can debate now.
Okay, we'll close it to the public and we'll talk about it amongst our commission. I think it's pretty cut and dried.
It's right up to the portion that we already annexed. Again, portion of that property, there's some riparian zones that won't be able to be, there's nothing really that they would be able to do with it either. But the actual building site for the house, to have the city utilities can be within the city. It looks like as far as, city staff, a pretty straightforward annexation. There doesn't seem to be any complications there. And we have not heard back. There's no citizens here, and obviously I don't see anybody on the phone. We've had a few questions, only concerned of those few people outside the outlining areas that were in 300 feet, thought that maybe we were annexing all of them in, and then just be specific. It's just that we're looking at that 1.11 acres only.
So what does that do to the street that goes to that? Does that go?
They have a private drive. They would be responsible for it. And they've already, where the one house is, I believe that it's a public easement that goes down there. If you make that left and where it goes to that first house, that's a public easement. So they'll have they'll be able to go right down there straight.
Is there somebody in the house they already built?
They sold out at home. Yes.
Somebody's actually living in it?
Yeah.
Now, the city have to put a road in to where they're gonna have their house?
No, they've already took care of their own road there.
Oh, okay.
They rocked that and pretty much take care of it themselves. Those are one of the little side ones when we were originally annexing. We were just going to put the main road in. the offshoots to get into the second lots were the responsibility of the property owners. And this property owner had already, I mean, he fairly well bought it fairly well already, so.
Yeah, well, the only reason I was wondering is it'll be a cost to the city if they go in and fix the street, you know?
Not at this point, and like I said, we did, because they had put the barn down there and had planned on putting the house, they'd already worked with the city on the cost of putting the lines in. So they will have, a water and sewer tap charge, but that's it.
Those access ways are actually private property with the easement through them, so.
Okay. So what does that do for our fire and ambulance and that type of stuff? Just, does it meet the requirements for this width of the?
The width and, the width of it, of the easement, was based on what the city required.
Yeah, they probably put in a, 20-foot street? I would guess.
They get bigger than that, yeah. Pretty good size.
Because a lot of them in town are only 30.
Actually, I think that's a 40-foot right away, all along that fence line.
Well, if everybody's in agreement, we get a motion.
I make a motion.
We have a motion to annex the property in. Have a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Commissioner High,
Aye.
Commissioner Hallgarth,
Aye.
Commissioner Stearns,
Aye.
Commissioner Swalberg.
Aye. Motion passed, carried. Any other new business?
This is the last time you guys have seen my beautiful face, so it's been a pleasure
You
working
gotta
with
cover
you.
it up. You really thought about us.
Just, like we've come a long ways and you guys are doing a great job, and then just hope you continue to help the city out.
Well, I think you did a pretty good job for the city itself, so. It's easy to help if somebody's helping.
That's it.
I don't think there's anything else before you, Sheriff. You can adjourn the meeting.
Get a motion?
I'll make a motion when you adjourn.
Got a motion? Second? Carried. We are adjourned.
Looked like somebody else was doing it.
I don't know nothing about it.
I wouldn't either, but I looked
Josh
like.
Kelly, is that you on the line?
Yeah, I don't know. Down on the east side or the west side? Oh, yeah.
Yes, Josh and Kelly are here.
All right, we started at 6 Kelly, and then
Well, I
the,
told them to stop at
the
50
planning
yards.
commission approved your annexation, so, I'll get with you, later in the week, and, we'll discuss how we're gonna proceed.
That's the amount that you can do without.
Okay, sounds great.
Yeah, no issue, I do it straight out, it's a pretty easy annexation. So we'll just need to go to the next step, which I'm kind of learning, but we'll get you through it.
Yeah, if every property owner would just pull their 50 out.
All right, buddy. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, thanks, Josh.
Thanks, Alan. Bye.
that unmute.
There you go.
Or to 20 agendas, 10 minutes.
Hey, Rocky, are you in your bathroom?
Not yet. I'll get you later, boy.
That's exactly what I was thinking, Bodie.
It does.
It does.
7 o'clock, and call the Elgin City Council to order. Would you stand to join me in the pledge of the flag? I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Council West,
Here.
Council Hilton Shaver,
Here.
Council Burgess. I see him.
Here.
Here. Council Hoggar,
Here.
Mayor Duffy.
Here. You have your agendas in front of you. Right now, we're going to proceed with the swearing in, but first, I just want to say it was an honor to serve as mayor of Elgin for 6 years. I'm kind of in the mixed emotions about stepping down, but I would ask the council at this time, since your appointment of myself to the city administrator pro tem, I'd ask you that you accept my resignation effective immediately.
I'm going to make a motion that we accept Mayor Duffy's resignation immediately.
Councilor West, seconded by Councilor Reed. All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Just don't cry.
All right. So, Lisa, if you could step over here, please.
My turn. You want me to be taller than you?
Yeah, whatever you want to do. Raise your right hand. I, Risa Hogarth,
I, Risa Hallgard,
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
and the Constitution and the laws of the state of Oregon,
and the Constitution and the laws of the state of Oregon,
the ordinance of the city of Elgin,
the ordinance of the city of Elgin,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of mayor according to the best of my ability and understanding.
and I will faithfully discharge the duties of mayor according to
According to the best of my ability and understanding.
according to the best of my ability and understanding,
So help me God.
so help me God. I
Right here.
know, but I have to have my notes.
Okay. Also jump over here. Actually, well, if you just want to sit down there, I'll swear these other two in front of the flags
That
here.
would be great.
Councilor Reed. I, David Reed,
I, David Reed,
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
and the Constitution and the laws of the state of Oregon,
and the Constitution and the laws of the state of Oregon,
the ordinances of Elgin,
the ordinance of Elgin,
and I will faithfully discharge the duties of city councillor
and I will safely discharge the office
of city
of
councillor
city councilor
according to the best of my ability and understanding.
to the best of my ability and understanding,
So help me God.
so help me God.
You gotta get my name right.
All right. I, Mary West,
I, Mary West,
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
and the Constitution and laws of the state of Oregon,
and the Constitution and the laws of the state of Oregon,
the ordinances of Elgin,
the ordinances of Elgin,
and I will faithfully discharge the duties of city councillor
and I will faithfully discharge the duties of city councillor
according to the best of my ability and understanding.
according to the best of my ability and understanding.
So help me God.
So help me God.
This is the chair. I don't need that. Okay. Okay, first, order of business, I think we need to elect a new president for the council. So we need nominations or just,
Madam Mayor, usually what they do is just write a name on a sheet of paper and then pass it down this way.
okay,
Here's some of the, pass that down that way.
and then whoever gets the,
And I think Councilor Burgess, at the end, if you just want to put your voice vote in.
Or you can text.
Or text.
Can you hear me?
What's that?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I don't have my phone with me, but
Oh, I'll text him, ask him what his name is.
Mary, hand me a piece of paper too. Okay, I need a piece of paper. I need the town.
I'll text Brock. I don't have anybody else's number.
That's fine, thank you.
Wait, pass it down to Ellen.
Madam Mayor, you have a tie. You have ties, 2 votes for Mary West and two votes for Teresa Schaefer.
Okay, did we get Rocky's?
We did.
I gotta vote for the speaking between those two.
Yeah, so you'll need to re-vote one more time between the two.
Oh, you got it.
Madam Mayor, you chose Mary West to be council president.
Hey, Mary. Thank you. Okay, I guess what I'd like to do next is appoint people to their committees. I'm just going to do 3 this time until hopefully we get a couple more counselors and then we can spread things around a little bit. So I'd like to put Mary West on administration. And I'll go ahead and continue to be on that until she's got everything down. And then if there's somebody new, we can do that. On Public Works, I'd like to have David Reed on that. And I'd like to have Rocky on the Safety Committee.
Are you gonna appoint Teresa to a committee yet this evening?
Teresa actually is, she's already on Public Works, and I think I'd just like to keep her on Public Works.
I'd like that.
Yeah, okay.
So the council, you'll need to ask for a motion to approve your appointments.
Okay, Do I have a motion to
First of
approve?
all,
the-
you have questions on this? Is there a reason I'm getting pulled away from the public works? I'm more valuable there.
I really like to just switch things up for a little while.
I want to know why I'm off public works. I've got more knowledge than anybody there.
Well, I think we'll give David a chance.
What's that?
I said, I think we'll give David a chance, see what he knows.
He was already on there.
And I think Teresa is working with him as well.
I think we need to visit this a little longer. Who's more valuable and who knows more about public works and every piece of equipment and things that go on with it to help them.
You can, I mean, at any point, you can appoint or, appoint committee members. Right now, if you want a motion, you can take a motion, or what you want to do, Mayor,
Okay.
reconsider.
Well, I think I'd like to go ahead with a motion if anybody wants to make one.
I'll make a motion that we accept the committee appointments.
Okay, do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay. Roll call vote.
Counselor West,
Aye.
Councilman Hilton Schaefer.
Can I abstain?
Yep. Counselor Burgess,
No. No.
Reed,
Aye.
Mayor Hogarth.
Aye.
3 ayes, 1 no, 1 abstention. The motion.
So the motion passes.
Passes.
I guess then next we'll do with our reports. And we usually,
You have the order right there.
yeah, I do. Law enforcement. Cody, you're up. That's you.
I won't take too much of your time. I just want to come out on the first night. I just got sworn in on Monday and make sure I introduce myself to everybody and go through the report with you guys. So you guys all have a copy of this, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. 384 and a quarter hours, which is short, which most of you know, Deputy Hamilton was out for 2.5 weeks with COVID and whatnot, and tried to fill that as best we could. Total criminal citations of 5 traffic citations, 24 warnings, zero arrests. We had 51 calls for service, 18 FIs, field interviews, 10 reports taken, 1 tow or impound. The following hours, or the above hours, were allocated as followed: total of 80% for patrol, 3% for reports, 10% for traffic enforcement, and 7% investigations. Activities included routine patrol, foot patrol, schools, truck route patrol, bicycle patrol, traffic patrol, ongoing drug investigations and surveillance, FIs done throughout the month, numerous warnings given for traffic, Hoonah RV Park, numerous warnings out there, and patrol through Hoonah. Attempted to locate a subject for parole, probation, contacted about telephonic harassment, options given to 2 individuals. Call of a deer stuck in the fence, assisted ODFW. I don't know how it turned out with the deer. Counsel, parties involved in a possible harassment case, call of found property. Property was returned to the owner, received a call of theft for a 55-gallon barrel. No report, just one that noted. Traffic stop with towing of a vehicle, assisted with the parade, responded to a vehicle crash. Call of menacing, extra patrols taken, 2 calls for that. Call disturbance, request for a welfare check, driving complaint, report of criminal mischief, call of possible trespass, which was unfounded, flagged down by a citizen and determined to be a civil situation, responding to a possible domestic, another call of harassment. Suspicious vehicle call, cited 2 subjects for possession of a controlled substance, methamphetamine, received a noise complaint, responded to driving complaint ×2, attempted to locate a possible drunk driver. A call was logged for info taken on a possible suspended driver, criminal mischief call with vehicle damage, another criminal mischief call regarding a travel trailer and a broken window. Traffic stop that ended with a criminal citation for driving while suspended. Another call of trespass, options given. Removed a deceased deer from the roadway, checked on the driver. Call from an individual requesting welfare check on a daughter and ex-spouse. Report of suspicious vehicle, attempted to locate, ×3, I don't know if that's 3 deputies that responded to that. Call juvenile disturbance, call regarding littering, options were given. Received a call regarding a dispute, turned out to be a civil matter. Call for theft services, call for citizens assist at Chevron, follow-up done with Oregon State Police on a crash, Elgin resident. Warning given for no license plate, a call to check on a disabled vehicle. Received a call of possible stolen property, a domestic disturbance, information taken, parties were separated and counseled. Call a suicidal person, contact the parties involved and explain the mental health options. Received a call of another disturbance, alleged assault, info was taken and investigation. Follow-up done on the disturbance, issued a citation for criminal mischief for breaking the window. That's it. Any questions on that or questions for me? I can answer? No? Well, congratulations. Welcome everybody in your new positions. And I look forward to, I'll be out here just as much as I can. And if you have any questions or concerns, I will be available and around.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good night.
Cody,
Yes.
in the past, we've had the deputies' cell phone numbers.
Yep.
So that I don't have any anymore. Could I get those?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that's not an issue. I'll give you mine right now if you guys want to take it. I'll give you my personal cell, which if you can't get me at the office, you can call me on this. And if I'm not in the middle of something, I will answer. 541-786-3209. That's my personal cell. That's the only one that I carry. So if you need something, you know, like I said, I'll answer it every opportunity I get. So, yeah. All right. Thanks again, guys.
Thanks, Cody.
Have a good night.
You too.
I'll sneak out of here unless you guys need anything else. No. Okay. Thank you. All right. You bet. Thank you. Take care.
Okay, municipal court.
I was gonna say welcome to our new sheriff, but that was quick. Welcome to our new mayor, our new president, and our new city administrator. It's been
Thank you.
an exciting new chapter that we have going on. I will say that our last court session was by far the most eventful we've ever had in 3 years now. So fortunately, we also have a new ordinance officer who was also there. And so we had our new city administrator, our new ordinance officer present. So it was kind of rock and roll. So you missed some fun there. So, you know, we didn't hold a session for a period of time with the new COVID, you know, I call it the second round of COVID. And when we came back in, we had quite a backlog and some characters. So we're just rolling into this next year. We have a number of trials scheduled coming up in the next few weeks. We have our first, I don't know what to classify the person, but someone who doesn't acknowledge the jurisdiction and authority of the United States. That'll be fun. So a lot of stuff going on, and I want to just extend, especially with all the changes, extend my personal invitation for you to come and observe. I know that the mayor has done that a number of times. You may or may not have had the opportunity, but if you can attend, it's a really great opportunity to see how we're operating, because you know we are the third branch of the city government, and it's useful. And I would say I think that the new city administrator was kind of well served to see how it actually operates, and that was a good session. So I'd love to see you guys there. We're just continuing as we have been. Nothing really new to report because it's been a strange time, honestly. It's been a start and stop process. We are offering freely the opportunity to test or to come by video and by phone, given the restrictions, and we've been very generous in allowing people to accommodate. So that's kind of where we're at. So if you have any questions.
So you can attend by Zoom or whatever?
For now, that we are allowing video and telephonic appearances, just blanket permission, because there are circumstances right now that obviously we're just allowing that as an accommodation. It's been okay. We've only had one situation that was difficult to understand, and that was mostly a language barrier, but we've actually conducted trials now telephonically, which I never would have done in the pre-COVID era. But right now we are more interested in keeping the docket moving than worrying about requiring personal appearance. So we'll revisit that, assuming we ever get out of this, because I think it's very important to have in-person appearances. But for the time being, it's more important to keep things moving. Any other questions?
It's okay if we still come here to court, or do we?
Yes, same restrictions that we're doing now, just social distancing and masking.
Okay,
And we are obviously doing Zoom regardless, because we're not sure who's going to be appearing by Zoom. So we're just going to have essentially an open mic for whoever wants to appear, but you are certainly welcome to come in person.
Okay.
Any other questions or issues?
Madam Mayor, I included in that, the court income report and the court calendar for the next month.
Yes.
In your packet.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, hope to see you guys.
thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, ambulance, I believe we've got a report from Kevin on the ambulance, or
I think any reports that are in there are in writing.
most of, yeah.
Yeah, they've all submitted a report.
Right. Do we have anything on public works?
I'm meeting with Tyler every Monday before the meeting, so we met yesterday morning at 7 a.m. because that works for both of us. I don't know if that will work for you, Mr. Reed.
Yeah.
That way it's easy to remember, because it's always the Monday before this meeting.
Right.
And 7 o'clock just works best for me, and Tyler's says it works great.
That's fine.
So we'll meet again next month. He's just updated me on some of the things that he's working on in the new software and things like that. And I am planning to go on a tour with him, but I gotta work around my work schedule.
I can say he's continued, we were awarded the small city allotment grant, so he's continuing to work on that, particularly with the bridge on 11th and the culvert, making sure there's any kind of regulatory requirements that we get those resolved ahead of time so we can go to work on them. We also received a request today from the city of North Powder. Their water treatment person passed away. They do have another one working, but he's still in some training phases and have to put hours in, and asked if our sewer plant operator can help them out. So they're going to go up. They obviously want to go up and see what kind of system they have, make sure everything's operating good. And if that's the case, then we will do an agreement between the city of North Powder and Elgin to bill them for the cost. I mean, we have to recover our wages for them. So we'll come up with an agreement for that and get back to the council.
Sounds good. Who else do we have here? Planning Commission, do we have a report?
Planning Commission did, and they had an annexation just off of the Indian Valley. They did approve it. It's going to probably be a little bit more extensive. So at the meeting, either next meeting or a meeting future, you'll have we'll bring that before you for your approval for the ordinance.
Okay. I don't think the community network has met, nor the Lions Club or the Opera House was where I've been. I think you have a written report from the library, so all that. Rocky, do you have anything about the Stampeders?
Yeah, I was supposed to remind everybody they're not having their crab feed due to COVID, but they are doing a selling cans of crab. And if you are interested, you get a hold of Bud Scopes or get on the website that they have and tell you how. It's the same price as it was last year, and they're just doing cans of crab, and they'll have them available. I think it's February 6th, the day before the Super Bowl.
Okay, thank you. I don't think there's any more, just the administration.
I have an administrative report, yeah. Just want to remind, we were still, this week, we just got notice from the state that we're still at extreme risk for our county. So we'll continue to ask people, for instance, the court, city council, other meetings will be by Zoom until the risk level goes down. We did bring all the staff back. They were rotating
But we can safely work in our offices, and Public Works can safely work out. A lot of things that they do on their own, and even jobs they have to do together, or jobs that have to be done. So so they're back working all together here. So we resume some normalcy, for the city staff. We're still working on the rental agreement for the school parking lot. It's actually in their ballpark, so we're just waiting for them to get back to us. Madam Mayor, as you remember, the county offered the COVID grant packages for businesses. And I believe there were 104 businesses in Union County. 52 of them received the tier 1, which ended up being about $11,300, somewhere in that ballpark. And then the other ones were the $5,000 grants. And then I know for the fact that the Opera House did receive it, and several of our businesses, the museum only asked for $750, so they did receive that. And again, there were numerous businesses that applied and have received those grants. And just let the public know that's a great credit to you. I mean, when we found that out with such short notice and get those applications, we printed those out and went out to all the businesses, make sure they got out, so everybody had an opportunity. So I think that was a great response. I've enclosed in your packet a budget calendar just for your review. To go through, make sure those dates are good for you. If there's any conflicts or anything, if you'll let me know, so we can, either adjust if others have it. The Phillips Creek project, I'm gonna actually just have Brock, because he's worked on it. It's kind of a project that he's almost right. I mean, it's almost right there at completion, but.
So as far as the contracted work goes, LJH is done with the bank work there. We did submit the final report to DSL for approval. The last piece of the puzzle that we'll have to complete is putting in some riparian vegetation along the Evans Field. There's a big gap there where there's just no trees or no willows or anything. And DSL's final request was to restore some riparian vegetation in there. So I'm actually working with our new ordinance officer, because she has a degree in forest management and fish habitat. So imagine that.
Wow.
Wow. She's actually designing a nice project in conjunction with the Elgin FFA. They're growing the vegetation in the greenhouse that they'll plant there this spring or summer. We're on a halt. We can't do anything in the creek until the water recedes. The Fish and Game put that halt on us because they anticipate salmonoid fish coming back into the stream now that it's cleared out. So they want to make sure that there's no work in it while there's live flow. So that vegetation project probably won't kick off, let's say, until late May or early June. And at that point, we'll be able to clean up the banks a little bit more and go from there. But yeah, it's pretty much at a wrap now as far as all the bad, nasty stuff goes.
Good, thanks. Are you finished, Alan, with your?
We want to update you on our changeover. Brock and I are working really well together, so it is going very smooth. When you come into your resolution number 1, I'm asking that you appoint both of Brock and I as the budget officers this year. He's promised me that he will walk beside me and get me through this budget, so I can have a great understanding of it. I mean, coming from the other side, I know what's in our budget, but actually using the software and getting it all set up and prepared and presenting it to the budget committee, he's going to guide me through that. So I'd ask that you on resolution 1 that you approve it.
I just reading through some of my material, I did see a little note on maybe there would possibly be like some landlord compensation for the COVID people that aren't paying their rent. I assume, I don't know if that will affect us or not, if any of our landlords have very many.
There is some in the federal stimulus package that comes through, And eventually what'll happen is it'll come down through the state. I have not seen, I mean, I've seen some private things on it, but I haven't seen anything come through any kind of a state agency, usually SBA or whoever's, or Business Oregon who would administer it. I haven't seen anything yet on that. I'm sure something's coming, but they have to get it down and then of course it goes to the state, and then I don't know if the state will send it to the county or they'll do it through one of the state agencies. So as we follow that stuff really closely, so we'll continue to follow it, and when we hear, that's obviously information we can put out as a city.
Well, I put in a request to be notified, so hopefully
Okay.
I'll get some stuff. And it looks like it come from the Oregon Housing Community Services.
Probably.
So, okay. Anything else?
I can give a train report if you guys got time.
Oh, you bet.
So I still am doing the general manager stuff for we made a lot of progress this off season. As you guys know, that there was the Friends of Joseph branch didn't run any of their trains. So that allowed us to actually get 3 bridge projects done, major restoration projects. We've actually completed all those throughout the Minam Canyon area, and actually now allow the train to go all the way to Wallowa. So if they can open this next season, they can actually sell tickets for train rides that go all the way to Wallowa. They're still kind of on the fence. They're working on developing a schedule just in case they're allowed to, but you just don't know because we're still in extreme risk, but they're just planning accordingly. And they also were a recipient, the Friends of the Joseph branch were a recipient of some of that grant money. They actually got $11,000. So that kind of helped them out since they didn't get any ticket revenue this last year.
Madam Mayor, also I forgot, you have, there's a letter in the packet for a gentleman interested in serving on the council. So right now we have 1 4-year term counselor that nobody ran for. And then we have the 2-year, the remainder of your term. And it's my recommendation to the council that we put that out for advertisement for a letter of interest, and that we bring that back to you in the February meeting so the council can interview the folks and make a decision then.
Okay, do we need to vote on that or
I'd be
just
down if
just a
you're good, if the
recommendation?
council's fine with it.
Okay.
I don't have a
Any
problem.
opposition?
Yeah.
No?
No,
Yeah,
it's good.
okay. I can't tell if he's shaking his head yes or no.
We'll get some notices out and we'll put it out on Facebook, and we'll get some information to Mary to put on the website, so.
Okay. Well, I guess then we'll got all the reports taken care of. If there's nobody else anybody that I've forgotten. We'll see if there any old business to take care of. If not, we move on to new business, and I think that's our resolutions. City request for, that was, I'm on the wrong thing.
You should be to your resolution.
I am. I'm reading the planning commission. I got it off today. Okay. So it's City of Elgin, Oregon, Resolution 1, 2021. A resolution of the City Council setting appointment of the budget officers for fiscal year 2021-22. Whereas the City of Elgin is required by the Oregon State Budget Law to appoint a budget officer. Now therefore be it resolved that the City of Elgin appoints Brock Eckstein and Alan Duffy, City Recorder / Administrator, as the budget officers for the fiscal year 2021-2022.
I make a motion to accept resolution 1, 2021.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded to pass the resolution, Oregon Resolution 1, 2021. All in favor, or do we do roll call vote?
You can do it either way. It's up to you.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed. Okay, the other one is a resolution selecting our official newspaper. City of Elgin, Oregon, Resolution 2, 2021. A resolution of the Elgin City Council selecting a newspaper. Whereas the City of Elgin is required by Oregon state law under ORS 193.020 to select an official newspaper for all public and legal notices. Now therefore be it resolved that the City of Elgin selects the LeGrand Observer for the official newspaper for the fiscal year 2020 and 2021.
I'll make a motion for City of Elgin, Oregon, Resolution 2 that was adopted.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Do we have any citizens that want to speak? Before I forget to, Alan and I did go over the bills. Maybe we better
You can do that. guys, yeah.
move to pay the bills. Do I have a motion?
I move we pay the bills.
I'll second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to pay the bills. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Somebody want to make a motion to adjourn?
I will make a motion that we adjourn.
All in favor?
Aye. Second.
Oh, she got it seconded. She was shaking her head. I thought that. Okay. Meeting adjourned. Oh, I made it through one.
You did. So that packet, you'll get that packet, everything, so put all your things together. And then what you do,
Oh, here's your little paper clip. I had to dig down to the.
you sign the top and date it.
Oh, okay. Just
resell hard drive.
Just resell hard drive is good. January 11th, yes, 12th.